Hi, my name is Richard Doughty. I work with Cerulean Technologies, and we're a UK-based provider of business support systems.
Hi, I'm Steve Bowker. I'm CTO at Aircom International.
So hi there, my name's Paul Senior. I'm Chief Technical Officer here at Airspan Networks. We're a US company.
Okay, so I'm Nick Johnson. I'm CTO and founder of IP Access.
Sure, my name is Will Chu, and I work for Maxim Integrated, and we're based in San Jose, California.
I'm Ian Brown. I'm the CEO of Axel Wireless.
I think LTE's had an impact in several areas. As a business support systems provider, we're seeing this mainly in the ability it offers our customers to converge their services. So providers who've previously used different technologies to deliver services to their end users are now capable of offering all of these over one network infrastructure. Data, voice, other over-the-top services, and of course, high-capacity mobile broadband.
That's because of the many bands that are supported, but we see a wide variety of devices. It started off with dongle support, but smartphones are now prolific, and obviously tablets as well. So we have a device testing lab where we pre-test the application side of devices before they get launched onto networks in the US. So.
I think we're seeing an incremental evolution of the smartphone. I think the smartphone, if you like, was reinvented in 2007 when Apple changed the kind of look and feel of it. I don't think there's been a dramatic improvement there, but if you look at the feature set and the types of applications you can run on a smartphone, you know, they're becoming more and more sophisticated as we hike up the speeds. The fact that the thin client, you know, of this decade is actually a smartphone. It's not a laptop. It's not a PC. It's actually becoming a smartphone, and I think it's the connectivity that you have when you do that you know is the critical piece of the equation.
From our perspective, it's not so much new services. What customers require in the market is pretty much there today, but it's the ability to offer them when they want it, where they want it, and at the speed they want it.
Devices are changing all the time, particularly with smartphones. You obviously have applications sitting on top of those devices with their over-the-top services, which is changing the paradigm for operators as well. They need to manage not only their own network, but also look at what they're doing with over-the-top players. So.
I think everyone talks about the cloud. I think so. One of the things that having a data network that's built around IP is that it enables that synchronization of data in a very smooth and fluid way. And I think the key, I think I mentioned that Wi-Fi, one of the things that LTE solves for Wi-Fi is the congestion management problem. So LTE with a cellular service, because the spectrum is licensed and very heavily controlled, it manages congestion very well in a way that Wi-Fi is not able to do on its own. So you put the two together, you get very smooth congestion management. Whereas the network gets busy, then the network manages that traffic very well, very easily, and so it enables a new level, if you like, of confidence in end users that they can connect to their services in the cloud, in the enterprise, and more generally, much more easily and much more greater confidence.
I think there was a time in the early days of 3G that the only person that had a 3G phone was a business user. He was the only one that could afford it, the only one who could justify it, and the services were geared around delivering data to a 3G user. It's completely reversed now. The people that consume the most data aren't really business users anymore. It's the social networking guys, you know, who find all these new applications, and you know, there's been a bit of an inversion in terms of you know what people have and what they use, you know, the smartphone for, and it's actually, you know, end users, consumers, you know, a generation younger than my generation, which is the guys that use most bandwidth. And I think that's where this technology, you know, connects, is when, you know, it's with someone, you know, who's 10 years or 20 years younger than I am.
Certainly in the UK, with the traditional mobile operators, the problem is not at the customer side. They have the applications they want now. It's at the carrier side, who is at capacity and not able to provide the quality of service that customers demand. So not new applications, but the same applications delivered faster and better and wherever they're required.
Through LTE, well, I mean, I guess I'm a great believer that the wireless industry is in its infancy. the scale of opportunity for what you can do with wireless is pretty unlimited. People are now talking about having a world of 20 billion connected devices. A lot of people already have multiple mobile phones, but I think wireless is going to become embedded in other things that you use around the house. You know, from electricity monitoring to, I even heard someone from Ericsson talk last year about having wireless embedded in your toothbrush, such that it sounds a bit bizarre, but you know, and every time you brush your teeth, it's that information is communicated to your dentist.
Things are going to change dramatically, but I don't know we can predict what they are. I think when you give someone a handset that can do 100 megabits per second most of the time, whole new sets of applications will appear. I think what we'll start to see is things that you do in your house when you have Wi-Fi, like streaming video to the TV, suddenly you can do that everywhere you go, and I think that changes many things. I think it's the broadband, and especially the broadband that we have the capability to deliver with LTE, that's the enabling technology. But what exactly that is, I think it's not written yet, and I think I think that will emerge, as these networks get densified and as the speeds that you can deliver, not just increase by 1 times, but 10 times, 100 times, and then 1,000 times.
I think wireless has actually brought the world closer together. If you look at how people are now operating both socially and in the business world, the world's got a smaller place as a result of wireless. People have formed new relationships. It's easy to form new relationships through social media platforms and websites like LinkedIn, and I think that's very exciting. It's very exciting, and I think in many respects, it sounds a bit of a cliche, it helps bring the world together as well, and a much more of a better understanding of different nationalities, and that can only be a positive thing.